The technique that John Wick is using on his opponent is likely a cross between Kiri Nage, which means under-twist throw in English, and Seoi Nage, which means shoulder throw. Both mentioned techniques are categorized as Teiwaza, which means a hand technique and can be found in Japanese Jiu-Jitsu, Judo, and Aikido. Upon initial assessment and filming, I thought what John Wick was doing was more in the lines with Kiri Nage, which relies more on the arm being locked up via joint manipulation. However, after further examination during the video editing process, I realized that John Wick was throwing on a slight angle, which would make his opponent go more over his back. This is more characteristic of Seoi Nage. Also, while trying to do this technique more in the lines with Kiri Nage, I felt my uki or training partner falling over for the sake of falling, rather than being forced to rotate around the lock in order to prevent injury. In order to do this technique, have a hold of one of your opponent's wrists. When he goes to try and attack you with his other hand, block and give him a good whack to his front, ideally somewhere that would cause pain and temporary disorientation. Once that is done, move and twist your opponent's arm that you have in front of you, and then twist overhead as you get into position. You should feel tension build up through your opponent's arm as you twist. The tension in the arm is created through supination. At a certain point, the technique turns into Seoi Nage, as you use the lock to break your opponent's balance to his or her front corner. Slightly lower your center of gravity as you load your opponent onto your back. With your opponent's balance compromised and also in the midst of being loaded onto your back, bend your body forward and pull downward with both of your hands. Your opponent should be flying over your shoulder or body. As the opponent is being thrown with the lock on, I highly advise against trying this if you and your training partner are untrained, as you can cause some serious damage to your training partner if done unsafely.